field, obviously, at this moment of the season when we need to add those points, and especially a direct rival, we come out with this result. But I gotta say that the boys put all the effort there. Uh, their energy, their character, that was there. Well, simply we didn't do what we have to do in the last third, and if you're not sharp in those moments, is difficult. The other team may have one or two chances, and that's what they're waiting for. Hopefully we can return to that sharpness and the last piece of the field, because we were not sharp today. But nothing to complain about this group. They have been pushing, backing them up 100%. This is a very competitive team. This is a team who bounce. This team has shown us that they're there. And today I'm with them. This group is I love them. I'm proud of them. We'll fight. Today is sour, but we'll fight. This is the team that I love. This is our team, and those are my boys, and I love them. And we're going to make it happen.
All right, we'll go first two questions to Austin, then I go in the front row.
Oscar, just kind of talking about that sharpness with 20 shots that you guys had, only 3 were on target. What do you kind of feel was the reason that the sharpness just wasn't there tonight?
It's very difficult to decode the game. That's so I say what is the main reason. I think the common sense says that we need to take a shot to the goal, right? And then at least to the frame, just making safe or those things. And we didn't do it. Multiple reasons could be, and maybe a little bit of tiredness, and you're not too sharp. It may be of lack of confidence in that moment when the pressure came, and then we want somebody else to take the decision and make it happen, and then it's not me but you, and then not you but not you, and then those things happen, and but you're right. We were there. We create. We look one way and the other one. We move pieces. The boys put the energy that they tried, and the things didn't mount. And another way, definitely not. And it works with that goal that Atlanta came out with, and a very well played by the individual guy, but we should have stopped that one too, and just be sharp, because those kind of games when you're not sharp, you gotta be at least safe in the back, and we weren't.
Oscar, you just brought up the Atlanta goal. From your vantage point, what kind of happened on that play?
I have not seen it. I just seen it from the seat there, and he came and dribbled, and I thought we should have stopped that play there, because he's good. He came out through us and made us feel vulnerable. They made us feel weak, but it's those moments of inspirations of a player, and as well not concentrated enough from us to defend it, and we didn't defend well in that particular play, and then it hurts. It hurts us, yeah.
We'll go to Luke and then Irwin in the back.
Hey, Oscar, going back to that point about sharpness, obviously what happened, you guys kind of scaled back the approach a little bit with resting some guys in Philadelphia, but given how many matches you have left in this playoff push and not being sharp enough in a high-stakes match, what is the concern with that here going into this playoff push and not being at that level that you want?
Right. Yeah, the days after the final was just 2 days and a half. It was no sense to risk some players. We still have a couple guys in the nursery or in the recording, important players for us. And the rotation in Philadelphia just make us have a common sense to see if we can rest a couple ones. And today we brought the boys that we thought they were rested, and probably we were carrying out still something, and that sharpness was not there 100%. Well, I think we were okay, but we were not, especially in that moment when you need freshness. last 20 meters, it looked like we have not that.
Oscar Alexander, Augusto Mates por Bar TV. Profe, ¿cómo cambiar el chip de ganar ese campeonato y decirle al equipo, hay que terminar un torneo que ya queda muy poco y que posiblemente va a empezar esto con calculadora en mano? Y la invitación a los fans para que vengan este sábado contra Toronto. Gracias.
Sí, una buena pregunta, porque qué bueno que vean los aficionados a apoyarnos en este momento donde estamos necesitando no solo a todos los jugadores y toda la energía nuestra, sino también la energía de nuestra hinchada. Yo sé que hoy fue un día de semana, lloviendo, los niños al colegio, pero sí lo necesitamos acá. ¿Cómo cambiar el chip? Buena pregunta. Dicen en los libros que mostrarle a los jugadores el paso próximo sin estar quedándonos mucho en el pasado, ¿no? Pero somos seres humanos y a veces ese cambio no es fácil, especialmente porque la carga en la semana ha sido muy difícil. It's a good question about how can we change that or switch the things with being a winner team and all those things, and how can we change it now on the priority, which is the league, and then we do results like this ones, and then just put us in a very tight position. There's not a magical answer on that part, but it says the books that we need just to concentrate on the present. I see these guys work. They're not thinking anymore about what they achieved. Has been a difficult week. The proximity in the games is tough, and then we're missing a couple of players too. But those problems we have to resolve it too. I'm just giving you what I think, but not that we shouldn't resolve it. We have to resolve it. We're professionals. We're players, professional players. We're professional coaches. We gotta bring playoffs to Orlando, guys. We need to. We know that. We need to. But we move on. I want just to leave it this one, and there is 2 days and a half now to concentrate on the next one, and no more regrets for us. Just corrections.
We'll go to Mike and then Chris.
Bien, profe, dos preguntas en una. La primera, la omisión de César, que me imagino que era el último minuto donde lo tuvieron que sacar de la dinámica, el impacto de que él tiene y cómo los afectó quizás hoy en el campo. Y la segunda pregunta, hemos visto en los últimos partidos los cambios que entran y han tenido un impacto positivo. Lamentablemente no se vio ese impacto, entonces sí, pues hablar un poco de eso, que quizás querías ver ese impacto positivo de los cambios que entraron de la banca hoy.
Sí. De César Araujo, he had it in the last day or hours. He has an illness that is not related to COVID, but he shouldn't be part of the game, or he couldn't. When we miss him, of course, especially because he has this load of games with us and all those things. But nothing that we have to regret. Is just part of the game, and somebody needs to use that opportunity. I think Wilder did a good job also, but yeah, Cesar is an important player for us for sure. And regarding to the subs, sometimes they make us look good, and sometimes I'm not that good on making them, because it seems like I need to be more precise with that one guy, that he can take a shot and score a goal. What I can put in common of the two scenarios is that I have full professionals there that trying to just get in there and try to make things happen. Sometimes bounce in our way, sometimes it doesn't. Quiero hablarte de lo de César. En el último minuto nos dijeron que no podía jugar por una enfermedad que no es relacionada con el COVID. Y digo con referencia a los que, y bueno, sí nos afecta un poco, ¿no? Porque César tiene mucho partido con nosotros. Y luego los cambios sí a veces salen, a veces no. Yo lo que quiero rescatar es el profesionalismo del grupo, que son muy profesionales y que tratan de hacer lo mejor que pueden. Hoy estamos medio desesperados a lo último y jugamos como a lo todo vale y perdimos un poco de orden en el ataque.
Oscar, you come out tonight with a lot of passion and a sense of urgency. Of course, you said that the team was not sharp, but you made sure to emphasize your support and your love for the fellas on the team. Is this something you think the guys need to hear and know that you're solid behind them on that? Because you did really emphasize that at the beginning of the press conference.
Well, they hear that already. I have empathy for a group of professionals who have been competing every 48 hours plus, with a lot of responsibility in every game. It didn't work. Not that this is excuses. We gotta get good job done. What I don't see in any of them is not desire. When I see character, when I see professionalism, when I see commitment, when I see guys connected with the idea of making things happen, for me the next step on after results is soccer, football, right? I know we worship the results and the results make us look like a genius or good, fantastic players or opposite, because results are cold, you know. We lost today and that's that's important. That's what it matters in the standing today that we need. And we understand that. But again, today I love this group more than ever because love each other when the things bounce good. It's easier. not today and today I back this group 100%.
We'll go to Shane in the back.
Oscar, how do you keep these guys positive moving forward to where you're playing to win games to get points and not they're pressing after points, going after points? Do you see the difference?
Yeah, I think I need a little bit more of, sorry.
Sometimes when you're in your position, you dropped a little bit tonight, that's 2 in a row. So now you don't want the guys to press and chase points. You want them to play the way they've been playing and get the points. You need the points now, so how do you keep them from pressing?
Right. It's first they don't need to change a bunch of things because that's when we start losing our head, right? When you think that you have to do a bunch of things different and then we lose the road. And I think we have first just to calm down, oversee what we have in front of us. The destiny, we handle it. It's not that nobody has to do a favor for us. It's playoffs are in our control. We have games and we gotta win it. That gives you, or that should give you an energy enough to fight for those points that are going to be laid out in that pitch. Go get them. And then when you go to visit, you know that you gotta go get points too. If we do that, we'll be in playoff. That's the reality. That's our present. It could have been better, but we didn't do the job today. So stay where we are, present, keep doing it, keep pushing, don't lose your identity, don't overthink things, just keep doing it. Being ourselves. At the end, the game will reward us or punish us and say, well guys, it's not enough, and then we will accept it, but in our ways. And that's I'm going to encourage these guys just to do that. Just maintain your identity, keep going. Because today was not a bad game, but it's easy to say that, well, we should have scored, things like that, and then, but that's the game. We were not good enough just to get the 3 points, and that's it. Yeah.
We'll go 2 more with Danielle, and then we'll wrap with Austin.
Oscar, you were talking about there's not necessarily an urgency, but you were saying we need to have, playoffs in Orlando. Do you kind of see this future for this team because of that cup run, knowing that they were able to just be so successful on a run in a tournament style, that, you really want to see this team get back to that level with the MLS playoffs?
Right. Yeah, it's has been a year full of consistencies for us on trying to get performance stable and win games. When we needed, we won, and then we played the cup, and then now we have 2 games where first and Philadelphia they outplayed us, and then second today. I don't think it was the case, but now, yeah, we need urgency. We need to bounce back. It's not tomorrow. We gotta do it now. We have a game in front of us against Toronto, and we gotta get those points. What I do want is not to load the team that much on seeing that it's today or I'm dead, But it's a mix of, okay guys, we're good, but it's now. We gotta do it. Yes. That makes I don't know if I'm explaining well, but that makes of urgency, but as well just being in your spot, because now we lose our heads, and it's heavy for us today. This loss, I think, for the community, for our fans, for us, for you guys that support us and connect us with, and it's not a good night. Well, we're firm. We are.
We'll wrap with Austin.
Oscar, there's a massive difference in terms of records between this team when they score first and when they concede first. I think I did the math where out of the 12 games that you've conceded first, you've lost 10 of them, and then out of the 8 games at home you've conceded first, you've lost 7 of them. What needs to change in terms of getting this team to be a bit more aggressive in terms of getting that first goal and kind of changing the complexity of the game and kind of maintaining that pressure and just having overall control over the rest of the game?
Right. Scoring first always will be preferred. It's obvious in the game. The numbers and the stats sometimes explain things and just give us an idea about what needs to get better. When you go look for that, and then it seems like that move somewhere else, and we move to another data or another number, and we feel like we're not good enough to read it. But you're right, we're aware of that, especially at home, where you have this volume of entrances on the last third, and then you woke up 0-0, or even give them the opportunity as today 2 or 3 times to Atlanta to score. So that happens. So, but no, I've seen is you're right. We see the stats and the data and all those things, right? You scoring first, especially at home, just give us that possibility, and see we can dominate again, but we have more confidence. Yeah, we missed the goal today. It was heavy.
All right, Oscar, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speak to you Saturday.
Regresa el sábado.